now for our next news special report.
Ladies and gentlemen, a special report that you do not want to miss. Straight from a rally in Florida, former President Donald Trump didn't mince words as he unleashed a fiery assessment of the state of our nation's capital, pointing fingers at none other than Barack Hussein Obama. If you're wondering how the aesthetic condition of our capital ties in with political decision-making or how deep the controversies run, stay tuned. By the end of this segment, you'll want to hear our final thought. It's vital to understand why this story is critical to every citizen of our great republic. We turn our attention to West Palm Beach, Florida, where former President Donald Trump took the stage and spoke on a myriad of issues facing our great republic. Not one to shy away from making headlines, Trump addressed the glaring issue that to many signifies the declining pride in our republic, the deteriorating state of the U.S. Capitol. For our listeners who might not have had a chance to see it for themselves, the once pristine monument that stands as a symbol of our nation's freedom and democracy now showcases graffiti and is surrounded by tents of the homeless. Trump poignantly asked, "Have you seen what they've done to it?" And yes, he even used a term we prefer not to repeat here, but let's just say he wasn't complimentary. Watch.
Aliens from countries that hate us, that hate our values, and sending them back to the places from which they came. We'll send them back. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Instead of keeping terrorists and terrorist sympathizers out of America, the Biden administration is inviting them in. You know why? Because he's got a boss. Who's his boss? Barack Hussein Obama. Barack Hussein. Barack Hussein Obama. Remember the great Rush Limbaugh? Barack Hussein Obama. Here you go, Barack Hussein Obama. Hello, Lee. Unbelievably, the corrupt Biden Department of Justice recently invited an Iranian-backed judge from Iraq to visit our nation's capital. Isn't that nice? He couldn't have been too impressed with our capital. It looks like shit. No, have you seen what they've done to it? And we're doing a federal takeover of our capital. We're going to put it back into condition. We're going to stop the murders that are happening every day. We're going to stop all of the murders, all of the crime. We're going to polish it up. We're going to put in brand new limestone where the limestone's been destroyed. We're going to make that capital the most beautiful capital again in the world. Even though I'm being tried for something, I haven't figured that one out. I don't even know. Oh, they're trying me because I said something about the election, I think. They want to say that, well, first of all, that's an easy one to win because that was the most corrupt election, and we have such proof of it. But they're trying me. And the jury comes from Washington, D.C., and I want to do a federal takeover of Washington, D.C. to stop the crime and to make it great again, to make it magnificent again. I used to do it in real estate very well, and this is just a large real estate deal. We want to make it gorgeous again. You look and you have graffiti on those beautiful marble columns, and you have tents all over the place. You have tents, and the homeless, we got to take care of the homeless, but they can't do it there. They can't be in our beautiful parks. They can't be resting at the base of the Washington Monument and making it so that nobody wants to go there anymore. Nobody wants to go there anymore, and they're very unsafe. They're killing people every night. You're reading the other night, 3 people shot. Just shot. Nobody wants that. We're going to take over the capital, Washington, D.C. I've been saying this for a year and a half, and we're going to get rid of all the crime. There will be no crime there. There will be no anything, and it'll be spit-shined. It'll be shined up beautifully, and you'll be proud of it again. And then I'll be tried by people that live there. They'll say, I don't like this guy. This guy wants to take away the capital. No, I want to make our capital great again. We're going to make it beautiful again. The Biden Department of Justice recently invited this Iranian-backed judge from Iraq to visit our nation's capital. And after that, the foreign judge issued a warrant for my arrest for blowing up the #1 terrorist in the world, Soleimani. So he came in. He was invited by this incompetent president. Please come in. And he ended up issuing an arrest for they want to arrest me because I killed the #1 terrorist in the world. What I do for you people, you have no idea.
From his perspective, the responsibility rests with the current administration and its predecessors, with a special emphasis on Barack Hussein Obama. A bold assertion indeed, but coming from Trump, it's hardly unexpected. Trump's focus isn't merely on aesthetics, though. He addresses the perceived increase in crime rates and the presence of a homeless camp around a historic site, saying that they're killing people every night. And speaking of addressing things, here's something that you should all consider. You know, when we talk about the condition of our republic, it's essential to address our own personal well-being, just as the health of our nation's monuments reflects the care they deserve. The same goes for our bodies. A recent study suggests that simply stepping on a scale can aid in weight loss. Why? It keeps your goals forefront in mind. Now, hundreds of thousands are adding supplemental support to their regimen. For those interested, there is a unique blend I came across, crafted from nature itself and backed by science, designed to support weight management and boost metabolism. And here is the good news. You can save 51% this month. Visit trimwithgary.com for this limited time offer. Now back to our story, continuing with the West Palm Beach rally. Trump didn't just stop at domestic issues. He delved into international politics. His critique extended to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The issue? Alleged claims by Netanyahu taking credit for the assassination of the Iranian general Soleimani. According to Trump, the Israeli Prime Minister let the U.S. down by doing so. However, there's a twist. Despite these allegations, Trump still expressed support for Netanyahu during an interview on the Brian Kilmeade Show. And the Kilmeade Show revealed another explosive claim by Trump, that President Joe Biden might not be the one pulling all the strings in his administration. Trump insinuated that former President Barack Hussein Obama might be the one calling the shots, a claim that's been echoed in various conservative circles. Watch.
But having said that, you had great relations. You still do have great relations with Prime Minister Netanyahu, who's put together a coalition government. They're all on the same page, mobilized 300,000 men. They've asked for and gotten our support, additional munitions. But right now, Mr. President, if you were in control, if you were in the Oval Office, what would you do to get our people back? What would you do for retribution for the 22 dead?
You are going to have to be, and I have to preface this by saying I don't like telling you exactly what
Understood.
I would do, because if I do, you're basically doing exactly what Biden does. He was saying we don't want to be attacked from the north, meaning through Hezbollah, with Hezbollah. They don't want to be attacked from the north. That would be terrible because that's the vulnerable point. And I say, why are they saying all of these things? And guess what happens? That was yesterday. And today they were attacked by Hezbollah from the north. It's just incredible. So we don't want to be stupid people and tell. But I will say that this is all being caused by Iran. Iran is making a fortune, as I told you. They went from not making money with their oil to making a fortune. China wasn't buying. Nobody was buying. I said, if you do any business with Iran during this period of time, we would have had a deal with Iran within 1 week after I won the presidency. That horrible day didn't take place. That horrible result that was disgraceful, a disgrace to our country. It'll go down in infamy when you look at what's happened to our country since then.
But I know you never paid, under your administration, you guys never paid ransom.
Coming through, Brian, it's all coming through Iran, and Obama he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to he doesn't even mention them in his statements. It's all coming through Iran.
But you mean President Biden. So, but right now.
I also mean Obama.
What do you mean?
I mean Obama and Biden, but Obama is Biden's boss, in case you didn't really know that.
You believe you believe President Obama
my opinion, the boss. I don't think Biden knows what's happening, to be honest with you. I think that Obama is calling these shots, and he's always felt this way about Iran. There's no question about that. No, I think Obama and Obama's people certainly are calling the shots, not Biden.
So you don't have this. Just your gut tells you, but you don't have any proof that President Obama is calling the shots.
No, it's my gut, but my gut's been right about everything. So
it's good.
They have an expression out there. Trump's been right about everything. You take a look go down the list. We've been right about everything.
So you know how volatile the Middle East is.
We're right about all of the people pouring into our country. Right about Ukraine. We're right about everything.
So what do we do? What do we do about getting our people back?
There are a lot of people from Obama in the administration that circle the Oval Office desk, the Resolute desk, and it's one of those things. But whether that's the case or it's Biden, we are in a mess right now, a mess that should have never happened.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart.
To reiterate Trump's words on the Brian Kilmeade show, I don't think Biden knows what's happening. To be honest with you, I think that Obama is calling these shots. He pointed to Iran's growing influence in the Middle East as potential evidence of Obama's guiding hand, suggesting a continuation of policies from the Obama era. Now, these are hefty allegations. Whether they hold water or not is up to individual interpretation, but one thing's undeniable: Trump's ability to shake the political landscape with his statements. From the condition of our U.S. Capitol, an emblem of our republic's glory, to the intricacies of international politics and leadership speculations, he covers it all. So in the backdrop of a decaying Washington, D.C., a symbol of our beloved republic's current state, we peer into the orchestration of Barack Obama, painted by certain sectors of political discourse as the marionettist of a Joe Biden presidency. They see a nation where open borders seemingly invite chaos and where foreign policies fuel the very terrorism that we've long combated. Our capital, once a shining beacon of the world, now flickers amidst a fog of mismanagement and neglect, symbolic of the nation at large. And in the wings waits Donald Trump, posited as America's savior in 2024, to reverse the narrative of degradation and decline, restoring vitality to a wounded nation. In a society deeply polarized, the rhetoric flames, and the stage is set for yet another act in our unfolding national drama.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.